Well, is the next level FGT worth it? Well, I don't know, but I have ordered it, so maybe it will make me faster. Maybe it's just for the feel of it. I don't know, but here's the thing. I got the FGT, and since I'm in Egypt, yeah, the apartment is a bit cluttered, but yes, FGT is FGT, and I'll install it. And yeah, a little bit of a dig through, and we found this. I mean, I'm an engineer. I don't need this. Yeah, so yeah, I do need this actually. Yeah, so after literal hours being a little monkey, I have it set up, and unfortunately, it has my arms at quite a weird angle. Usually I like it a little bit more forwards, and I do have it maxed out. I even extended it to the max and like did a little mod that extends it a little more, and I still find it too short. Where, to be fair, I do have the T150, which is a bit more thrown forwards. Usually you just mount the wheel directly to the base, to this thing. I don't know what they call it. And then it will be like a bit more forwards, but I'm too broke to get a Fanatic wheel or something, so yeah. I'm stuck with this momentarily. And my other issue is the screen is quite far away. It's a good meter or a meter and a half in front of me, if you see here. Yeah, you can see. Quite a janky setup, but yeah, just works, I guess. So this is my POV. Right, so unfortunate reality is I have lost a lot of skill, and I do mean a lot. Like, 1-2 seconds slower than I usually am, which is a lot. And now, in all fairness, the FGT does feel amazing, but again, my arms are at quite an awkward angle, and the screen is really far to the point where I genuinely cannot see. Like, I cannot see my braking markers, I cannot see the apexes, and I'm just really unaware of the track just because of how far the screen is and how tiny everything seems, which just makes me quite slow. Now, the arm thing, you know, it could be, I could get used to it, but the screen being far, I either need a bigger screen or I need to bring it closer. And you can see I braked way too early, and that's again due to the screen being really far away, which I literally can't see anything. Like, you cannot see anything. Like usually for a sim racing setup, as I get ran into the wall, you'd have the screen like 60-70 centimeters away from your eyes. Here it's a good 2 meters, and I literally do mean like 190 meters. It's a big gap, and it's too far. So yeah, I don't have to worry about my, you know, old zip-tied setup breaking apart. This thing is very stable, but up until I get the screen attachment or a freestanding monitor stand in front of my eyes, it will be hellish for me because it's just so far away, and I just I cannot see very well. And that's again just, I think, is the main reason for me losing all the skill. And of course there's the other reason that it's a new experience for me, so I'm building new brain connections, new muscle memory connections, whatever you want to call it. But again, that shouldn't be a justification to get me 2 seconds slower. I think the main justification is the screen itself, because I'm genuinely driving with feel right now. I'm not using vision as much as you would usually want to use it, and that's again because the screen is just so far ahead. I have to go by feel mostly and guess my way and do a lot of guessing, which just screws my consistency very much. And it could be something that I could get used to, but I don't know the screen. I think there has to be, I need to get a freestanding monitor stand. The arms thing, that's completely fine. I could get used to it, and again, I do plan on getting a Fanatec sometime soon. That being a couple of months at best, if I'm lucky. But yeah, the wheel, I just need to push it forwards. And that's basically all my issues with gone. But for the screen, I have to bring it closer to my eyes, because as it stands, it's way too far ahead. And you probably noticed how bad I am. And again, I'm 2 seconds faster usually, a lap, but for some reason, I just don't have it in me. Again, me being rusty, the screen being far, me it's being hard to see, and also the awkward angle for the wheel, and also it's the whole new, brain connection for me. I haven't really sat in this FGT before, so yeah, as I run into the wall. But here's the thing, I don't think that me getting used to the FGT is the issue, because I have driven a lot of other simulators and I was basically spot on and, didn't lack any skills. So I do, I will exclude the fact that this is a new experience for me is what's slowing me down, because I have driven many other simulators, mostly being the Teleostrom, I have no idea what it's called, but that very expensive simulator that sells for $30,000. Yeah, I have been in it as part of the Porsche Cup, or not a Porsche Cup, it was like a Porsche event in Dubai, I have driven in it and I was basically spot on, like nothing slowed. In fact, I was way more confident than I am now, but I thought the simulator would make me faster, but again, I think the monitor is just too far away from me to be competitive. And that's why you shouldn't buy the F-GT unless you are sure you're gonna bring a freestanding monitor stand, or like buy the official stand from F-GT. And again, setting it up was hellish, and my hands are genuinely bleeding. They don't look good at all. They're scratched up everywhere, there's cuts everywhere, and they're bleeding. Like in 2 parts they're bleeding. Setting it up was purely hellish and not fun at all. I mean, I would suggest if you could get professional set up, do it, because it's not fun setting it up. But the good part is I do manage to reclaim some of my pace to being only 1.5 seconds slower in this race. And again, I'm just, you know, getting used to the screen being so far and the hand being awkward. And I think, yeah, I should be able to get back on pace within a month or 2 months. I can't speak English. Yeah, I should be able to get back on pace, or maybe even better in a couple of months, like 1, 2, 3 months. I don't know. I'll definitely be back on pace in like a couple of weeks. But the screen being far, I will need to get or custom make a freestanding monitor stand, because again, it's just the main issue right now. Especially on this track, or like tracks where braking markers are not really that apparent, where there's not much bollards, I do struggle, and I mean it. I really struggle to spot my braking marker, because for me, my braking marker would usually be like a line on the ground, a crack on the ground, and the screen being farther makes it blend in with the rest of the track, which makes my driving really, really awkward or bad, especially in corners where my brake marker is just not so apparent, because there is this corner that's upcoming, and yeah, I do quick the brakes here. I'm just gonna reclaim my lack of skills, reclaim my skill issue, and just, you know, get back on track. The upcoming corner is a corner where my braking marker is genuinely a white line, no longer than 10 centimeters, or like no wider than 10 centimeters. That's literally my braking marker for this corner. And you can see we're approaching it. Usually you would see like a 3 bollard and then a 2 bollard, and then if you look at the ground, you'd find that marker. And this alone has been my greatest pain point, just everything being way smaller and way farther than it usually is, which in a way makes me like, I think 60-70% less aware of the track and my surroundings, just due to the screen being a meter further. And in terms of comfort, I'm just gonna say this real quick. If you're a tall person, don't buy it. I'm 190 centimeters, about 6'2", 6'3", I don't know which. Don't buy it. It's just not made for tall people. And I literally had to like do a little mod for it to fit me, because like, again, not many things are made for tall people, especially like, you know, 190 centimeters, or like any person above 6'1". There's just not many things that really fit you, and I do have trouble fitting in a lot of carts, but most of the time, you know, the carts are just about my size. But this thing is, you know, I had to like extend it by a good 10 centimeter gap for it to like just fit me. And like that extension will probably cause a weak point, or a point of failure further down the line as more stress gets introduced to it. Now here's the picture. You can see I have it pushed back unofficially, and this just reduces the overall integrity and strength of the metal. And it's made, I believe it's made from stainless steel. It's a good metal. It's not like weak aluminum. It's quite heavy duty, and it could handle up to 8-9 Newton meters of torque on a wheelbase. I've seen people run, you know, the Fanatec DD Pro on that wheel, and they say have no issues. And mine came with, like, you know, the 2 side frame attachments, which just gives it overall more strength, which I believe should allow you to handle 9 Newton meters, no problem with any wheel. And yeah, I will be researching ways to just get it more comfortable for me. But from the adjustments I've done, there's not really much. And if there's a mod I could get to like change the wheel angle, I would kill for that, because believe me when I say it, I have the wheel pushed back as much as this F-GT allows, and it's still a bit too short for me. Again, I'm just a tall person, my hands are tall, my legs are tall. If you're tall, just, it's not for you. I mean, you're better off looking elsewhere, maybe at the F-GT GT track. I don't know what, I never tried it, but I had no trouble fitting in the Helios Drome. I have no idea what it's called. I'll just put a picture of it here. And yeah, I just realized I butchered the name. It's the Telois Dome. And to be fair, it's the perfect simulator. You can't go wrong with it. It's the only issue with it is that it's overpriced as fuck, but it just works. It's super comfortable, super sturdy. Just works with everything, and it's the go-to simulator if you have the money for it. Now I don't have the money for it, and I don't even have the space for it, so I can't even fit it in my apartment. But I see other people, they do have a lot of fun, and yeah, I do envy them. But what can I do? I'm just a broke college student after all. And that's why you should subscribe, because the whole reason I'm doing YouTube is for money. It's clear. I mean, I want to make money to invest in my racing career and to free up time, this and that, girgir ziyada, all that stuff. And my production quality, I mean, the past 2 videos were bad because I'm in a whole new country because of fucking college, and I do hate it. I never planned to go to college, but family pressure, this and that, and then I was forced to. And to be fair, I just don't believe in it. I don't believe in being an engineering student or whatnot, and I am, and I just don't find it as the way, and that's why I'm trying to break free of the infinite loop that is, study, work, study, work, study, work. I mean, if I keep going in college, all I'm gonna do is end up being an engineer and basically live every day on repeat. No travels, no nothing, and shit salary. That's not what I want to be. I mean, I want to be a racing driver. I want to drive. I want to become a Le Mans racer. That's the goal. But will I be able to? God knows. But am I trying? Fuck yeah. I'll keep trying every single week, twice a week. That's the upload schedule. Maybe somebody sees me out, listens to me, and actually sponsors me. Maybe somebody invites me to a factory. Maybe this happens. Popularity is key, and that's why I'm doing YouTube. And yeah, I mean, these 2 races, again, you can see horrible performance just due to my small issues, and why you shouldn't buy the F-GT Pro if you're a tall person. I'd say anybody above 190, just don't buy it. I mean, 190 centimeters is the maximum height you could be, and you're still gonna face issues being that tall. And again, I'm 190 centimeters, and I'm facing issues. So imagine a person who's, for example, 195. You're not fitting in it. That's your money. Buy another simulator, just not the F-GT. And I greatly recommend trying a simulator before actually buying it. I genuinely recommend it, and don't be an idiot like me. Don't just buy it and just go based off YouTube reviews, because no matter how many people try it and no matter how many people say it's good, if you don't fit it, if you don't fit in it, you just don't fit in it. Exactly. It's an everyone thing. You cannot be just like everyone. You have to see what you need, not what everyone needs.